there, dear Sacred Hearts. I'm Monica Bermudez. I'm an intuitive quantum energy healer, and in for another week of this live love wisdom message that I channeled through my heart, in my own sacred heart, and that I'm guided to provide at this time as a download of information for the week to share with the group. And so I come Facebook Live every Friday, but then I post it onto YouTube channel for those who don't have the Facebook group itself. And of course, so if you join live, you're always welcome to ask questions or make any comments during that time, whether you're watching it in the moment or watching it after as well. So in this week's message, we just ended a holiday of Thanksgiving that's celebrated in the United States, which is a reminder actually that gratitude is always an always thing, that practice that we always do, that is also a key to the 5D or fifth dimensional, into the ascension that we are jumping into at this time. So not everybody is fully there. You know, there's a lot of energies that are coming in, and all those energies are serving to help awaken a lot of people who are still in this deep sleep. And what that means is that when we are waking up, we're also asking or being aware of our surroundings and our way of being, and asking ourselves who we really are. And what is it that we're really here to serve, you know, in purpose itself. So it's just asking and seeking those questions that it feels that, and when you start to ask those questions, you know, in a deep level, that's a form of awakening, that you're waking up to your true essence and your true self, in your own sacred heart, in your own divine heart, which all are interconnected to your soul. And so I emphasize the heart a lot, because that is the first place and the biggest foundation to start with, to build on, to really grow on and expand on, because it interconnects with all the other chakra points in your body, and it brings them all together into this unity of love itself. And it brings also this love wisdom. I call it love wisdom because it is wisdom that comes from your own heart, that comes from the many lifetimes that you had as being a human being. And so a lot of times we don't remember these past lives because we have been living under a veil, and we have forgotten a lot when we incarnated into this body. And it was designed that way for that reason, that this school of earth would serve as a school of lessons in karmic cycles. Now all of that is changing now, because the energies are really pushing us and pulling us in all these different ways of shifting of the energy to help us to awaken at accelerated level, which then leads into the ascension energy of the fifth dimension. Now some people are in this fourth dimension themselves, and then jumping into, a few are going to start jumping into this fifth dimension, but we are all being pushed to go into this fifth dimension, and not everybody is there just yet, but we're being accelerated to do so. And I feel that in the year of 2022, we are going to be pushed even more, and we'll get an even greater amount of people into this awakening stage of the process itself. And December is going to prepare us for that. Now that we're ending November, we're jumping into this December energy itself. And we're going to have some serious portal activations with the 12/12 and the December 21st of the solstice energy, to help us quantum leap into the 2022. Now, when I use the terminology quantum, I'm speaking of acceleration, of jumping into these different timelines, and it's not in a linear state as we're used to seeing. So this goes beyond a lot of the science that we know of or heard of in school. So the key is, of course, for the ascension is, for one, being in gratitude, right? And always finding a way to bring it back into gratitude. Even when we find ourselves falling off the rails and things just feel like they're in a bit of chaos or not making sense. So bringing it back into some form of gratitude for just being and just having life, for instance. And just grateful for, if you have a roof over your head, just finding the little simple things to be grateful about. So the thing that will cause some major blocks for this ascension is the expectation and the attachment. So a lot of this is more from the 3D world or the matrix itself, which is very limiting, and it's a thick veil over the forgetfulness of being, just forgetting that you're really a multidimensional being. Of what that means by multidimensional is being all the different dimensions, whether that's interdimension or other dimensions, and that's really your soul. So you're really unlimited in every way, and so you have to remember that when you're going through stuff in your life, in this physical world that we find ourselves in, whatever challenge you're facing at this time or situation. And so when we are into this stage of expectation as to where is my life going to be next year, where is my life going to be in the next 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, and you have this whole plan laid out, but then there's this form of attachment that it has to be this exact thing. So the thing is, yeah, it's fine to have the plan, but be open to it being different than the way it may be laid out right now. So for someone coming from a scientific background like me, I would say that with these energies is not an exact science. So we are now going into these energies of this very flowy, surrendering type energy. It's a very divine feminine energy. So it's very light and it's meant to be smooth. So if things are, there's some form of resistance around something, then that's where you have to pay attention to around that. That maybe, your soul is not in the right alignment with it. So right now, as things are moving at a very accelerating quantum level, we're just being asked to be consciously aware more so than ever. And to really pay attention to whatever expectations we're setting right now. And just don't get so attached to it. And just be open and receptive to what is coming. And knowing that trust that where you're heading will only lead to this greater ascension of yourself, an upgraded version of you, a 2.0 version of yourself. So just keep that in mind. And I hope that this message helps you. So just write your comments below and share with me what you've been experiencing. There's a lot of mixture of energies. There's some energies that feel that they are disconnected in a way. So it's a form of apathy. So not feeling anything at all is some other energies. So whatever energy may be coming up, just go with that flow of the energy. Don't force yourself, don't push yourself, and don't be so hard on yourself, most of all. So this is, the love wisdom for this week, and I hope that this has helped. And just as a reminder for those who don't know, that I am kicking off my first group program in January, and it is a quantum 4-week program that is focused on the sacred heart, your sacred heart, and accelerating the healing and the removal of transformative layers of these old vows, these old contracts from these past lifetimes, to really accelerate you and to prepare you into 2022 and activate more so of your own heart, so that it all comes together in a more whole state itself, so that you're very clear about your soul purpose and to deepen your relationship in every way. And I'm just so excited to be launching this in the beginning of January, and I hope that you're of course, if your heart calls to this, check out my website, which I have in my Facebook group, the announcements. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the comments section. And come on over and register and join us for this wonderful time itself. And I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Sending you all so much love. Bye for now.